Here's a question I've been asked a few times recently. Where's your 8 Series? Where's your lovely purple E31? Well, let me tell you all about it. Yeah, it's coming up to the time of year when I think, I'll get in touch with Shannon. About time we had a look underneath the car, make sure everything's okay under there. Do any work that's needed. I don't go under the car these days. No, 65 years old. I've retired from going under cars. I do all the stuff everywhere else, but not the underneath stuff. So anyway, got the car down to Shannon's. Always use Shannon's because one of the most important things, he doesn't scratch the car, doesn't make the leather dirty or anything like that. Does a fantastic job, and he's been looking after my cars for about 10 years. Yeah, there's anything like brakes or underneath stuff like dampers, fuel lines, brake lines, brake pads even. Yeah, Lee will do it. Okay, so that evening I took the car up to Lee's, had a good chat with him. Yeah, he's still working at 7 o'clock in the evening. Sometimes he works to 3 o'clock in the morning. It's absolutely crazy, but he is such a hard worker and he loves to get the cars out. That's for sure. Anyway, I had a good old chat and he said, yeah, I'll have a look underneath the car tomorrow, Tim, and I'll let you know if anything needs doing. Rightio. So I'm at work the next day, get a call from Lee. Well, I've had a good poke under the car, I've pried things with bars and yeah, I mean, things are starting to get a bit old. Some of the bushes might need replacing. Fuel lines, brake lines, yeah, sometime in the future, but yeah, it all looks fine under there. I said, oh, that's fine then, Lee. Yeah, I'll leave that for another year then. You never know when anything else might go wrong with the top parts of the car. Okay, so well, what I will do is I'll go out for a test drive just to make sure everything's okay. Yeah, sure, no problem, Lee. And I'll pick it up this evening. Yeah, no problem, I'll be working. Didn't think any more about it really until about 3:30 in the afternoon. Got a call from Lee. Said, Tim, I've got some bad news, I'm afraid. Yeah, someone's crashed into your car. Oh, for goodness sake. Yeah, you don't expect that, do you? You've got a fully working car one minute, someone's bumped into it the next. Oh, for goodness sake. Yeah, this is terrible news. Yeah, it makes you think, doesn't it? What can you do at this point? Well, of course, I've got the car insured for a fixed fee on Adrian Flux, as quite a few of us do. Problem is, it's not my insurance. It's not Lee's insurance. It's the third party's insurance that's involved because he admitted responsibility straight away. This is a bit of video of what happened. This is the main road through Bentley. It used to be the main Alton to Farnham road, but we had a bypass put in. So Lee's just gone past some parked cars, back into the left-hand lane. And to your right is the road from Frith End. And panning the camera right to the right now. And yet this car hasn't seen the junction, so he's going at full speed here, probably 30 miles an hour. Yeah, there's the lines on the road to denote that it is a junction, but he hasn't seen it. Lee's right on the far left-hand side of the road as far as he can go now, and the point of impact there. And I'll zoom the camera back out again to show you the place on the road that the E31's in. So we're almost right across the other side of the junction now. Yep, unfortunately that crossroads in Bentley, where you come off a minor road and onto the main road, which used to be the main road from Alton to Farnham, yep, the trees are covered up the give way signs. And from a distance it looks just like an S-bend in the road. It doesn't look like there's a junction at all coming up. Especially if you don't read the road signs. Yep, 100 yards back there is a sign that says give way 100 yards, but I'm not sure about you, but these road signs just sort of whiz past and you don't think about it, but then you see the junction up ahead, a couple more give way signs and you give way. Not in this case, I'm afraid, yet foliage has grown over the two give way signs until you're about 10 yards away from the crossroads. And the driver of the other car, which was an old silver Golf, he didn't see the markings, he didn't see the give way signs, and he drove straight into the side of the 8 Series. So let's have a look at the damage, shall we? Let's go through the car and find, well, first of all, everything else is fine. The shut lines are fine, so bonnet, boot or trunk, the shut lines are fine. And with that, the roof isn't creased, so that's all good. The bad news is he's hit the B pillar, and that's a very important part, well, on every car, but especially on the E31, being a pillarless coupe, because all the strength has to be retained in the car without, same as in this car. This is why this car's another, I think, 100 kilograms heavier than the standard one, because the ground of the floor and the B pillars are heavily reinforced, and the rigidity of the cell of the car is supplied by the B pillars and the doors being in place, and that's why these doors are such huge things and heavy things, and the same reason it is on the E31. They are heavily reinforced. Okay, so he's hit the B pillar. That's a bit of a nuisance. He's also hit the rear wheel with such force that it actually exploded the rear tyre and pushed the front of the rear wheel inwards. The wheel itself isn't damaged, but it's actually knackered the suspension, and what it's actually done is it's collapsed the subframe at the back. So yeah, that's rather expensive as well. Okay, so at this point you think, well, how is it going to be repaired? First of all, you need 2 estimates, mechanical and bodywork. Bodywork, not a problem. We know people up in Parsfield, very nice family owned firm, about £6,800, and that includes the respray and all the rest of it. So that's fine. Mechanically, that gets quite expensive, around about 10 grand. The obtaining of some of the parts is going to be difficult. Some of them are no longer manufactured, so that's a bit of a problem. So we're up to about £17,000 for the repair. Okay, so fixed insurance, 30 grand on a car like this. Yeah, it's not my insurance, it's not Lee's insurance, it's the third party's insurance, a company called Darwin. Now, they've been pretty good so far. They've been but pushing me all the time for the estimates, and the body shop I was going to use, which I used for my old E31, they're absolutely useless. Don't answer the phone for hours and all the rest of it. So yeah, nice place in Parsfield, not a problem. Mechanically, yeah, bit of a problem. And also the problem, of course, mashing in the rear wheel made it very difficult to get it back to Lee's workshop. And of course, when he drove the car with the wheel at this angle, it actually drove sideways. So we wanted to reverse a bit. And so it just, all it did is, even though you pointed it out into the road, it went back onto the curb, mangled the alloys. So, and of course, you've got a flat tyre as well. So Lee manfully decided to drive it back to his place, which was only a couple of 100 yards, but it made me sweat, that's for sure, because that rear wheel, that rear tyre, if it came off the rim, then it will knacker the rim, no doubt about that. And that thing was flopping about like Lewis Hamilton after hitting the barriers and trying to get to the pits. It was a bit of a mess, and they're big tyres, of course. I'm glad to say it just stayed on the rim until we got to Lee Shannon's, and Lee's looked after it ever since. The other problem is you can't get in the driver's door. It's smashed in and it won't open. So Lee's been have to climb over the centre console each time he has to move the car, and he puts it in his workshop at night and puts it out in the yard during the day just to keep it safe. Yeah, he's a fantastic bloke. Yeah, Lee is absolutely great. So he's looking after the car, well, in the condition it's in now. And now it's up to Darwin Insurance to decide whether it's a complete loss or not. But I'll fight it every inch of the way. Let's fire it up. Oh, sounding lovely. There you go, 178,000. 245, almost reached 180. The engine sounding perfect though. Oh, it's a lovely sound. Well, I won't be sitting here for a while, even if it is repaired, so well, I'm just glad I fired it back up again and it's sounding lovely. And the closest one I can find it at the moment is £32,000, which has got the CSI interior, so it's going to be a difficult one. So I'll leave it at that at the moment, and I'll get back. I'll do another video as soon as I hear any more, but please put in the comments what you think I should do as far as the insurance goes. I know it should be my right to say, well, I don't care if you've exceeded the value of repair of the car, I still want you to repair it, but they do refuse. And we need a bit more leverage, so please write in the comments what do you think the car's worth and how much you think should be spent on a car. I mean, it's only one of 26 more as metallic with champagne nappa and all the rest of it. So yeah, leave in the comments what you think I should do, and I'll see you next time.